Hello there, welcome to the Media Coach video tip. Today I want to talk about what happens when you're speaking and things go a little bit wrong, whether it's wrong from your point of view or wrong from some external point of view. So let's take from your point of view first. You might suddenly dry, you might be in full flow and then all of a sudden, where was I? Now, that can happen to the best speaker. Obviously, if you have notes, if you know where you're going, and if you've rehearsed thoroughly, it shouldn't happen. But nevertheless, just occasionally it can. So here are some techniques to get you over that dreadful moment when the words just don't flow anymore and the thoughts have dried up in your head. One thing you can do is just say to the audience, were you okay with that? Where was I? And you can make a bit of a joke of it. And hopefully the audience has been listening, and somebody, probably in the front row, will tell you exactly where you were, and that should be sufficient to jog your memory so you can continue. Second technique is to take the last word of the sentence you dried on, where you stopped, and use that to help you continue. So you might say, for example, you might dry on the sentence, networking requires effort. By effort, what I mean is that you've really got to practice and rehearse and put a lot of effort into every event. And every event is something which, you see what I mean? So you can get yourself back on track by using the last word of the sentence and going into an explanation or a broader bit of talk about what that sentence, what that word meant to you and how it relates to the topic in hand. Third thing you can do is to give the audience a little exercise to do. Now, just in case something like this happens that you dry up, have that exercise handy. Keep it in your back pocket, as it were, so you can give them something to think about for a minute so you can get back to wherever your notes are stored, on your laptop or on the lectern, or take the notes out of the cards in your pocket. Remind yourself where you were. So that's what happens if something happens to you. What if there's an external event? Well, an external event can throw people. Remember when Theresa May was doing her speech to the Conservative Party conference recently, somebody gave her a spoof P45 and she didn't really know what to do. The thing is, unexpected events can occur, but they're unexpected. How do you cope with them? You cope with them quickly. It doesn't really matter so much what you do. You don't have to say anything funny. You don't have to be incredibly witty or incredibly sharp, but you do have to be quick. So however it is you handle something, whether it's a heckle, whether it's the glass of water falling off the table, or whether it's the projector stopping, handle it quickly. The audience will forgive you for things going wrong. What they won't forgive you for is if you fumble around not knowing what to do. So the important thing, whatever the external interruption is to deal with it quickly, deal with it decisively, show confidence, and then you'll be able to get back on track a little bit later on. So those two things, if something happens to you and you dry up, ask the audience, use the last word of a sentence, or have a little exercise in your back pocket. And if something happens externally that causes a problem or hiatus in your speech, deal with it quickly, decisively, and confidently. I wish you the best of luck.